You're listening to Shoot the Breeze on Resonance 104.4 FM. I'm Marcus E. Acko.
And I'm producer Dave.
And this is a special spotlight edition of the show where we are speaking with some theatre producers who are going to be telling us about the project that they're working on. Don't listen to me. I'm not going to be talking about it. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and talk about the show. So please tell us your names and what the show is and where we can get it.
I will start since I'm the eldest. So my name is Josyane Boulos. I'm a Lebanese. I live in Beirut, Lebanon, and I am a theater producer, playwright, and actress. And along with Agatha Ezzedine, who's going to introduce herself, we have created Whispers Hamasad, an online play to come to the support of the Lebanese theater in Beirut.
Hello, I'm Agatha Ezzedine. I am an actor, producer, writer living in London. I am Lebanese, born in Lebanon, raised there as well. And yes, as Josyane said, we together created Whispers, which we're going to be telling you about today. And it's a brilliant online show on the 24th of April, this Saturday. And all the proceeds are going to go to supporting the theatre community of Beirut after the horrible blast in August.
Thank you very much, Agatha. And Josyane, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Josyane?
Yes, it's okay. It's the English way.
Oh, okay. Apologies. I always butcher everyone's name, okay. Even producer Dave's name. What was the inspiration? You mentioned that it's the show Whispers is to support the theater community in Beirut. And I was going to say the inspiration. Obviously, this happened after the explosion last year, 2020, in Beirut. What made you come up with the idea to do this online event as a way to support the theater?
Shall I go?
Yes, of course. It's you started it, so go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, how did the idea start? So, when the horrible August blast happened, me being a Lebanese living in London, I felt like I wanted to do something, and I was doing quite a bit trying to help with the residential rehabilitation and livelihood and medical care. And then one day I saw a photo of one of the oldest theatres in Beirut in complete ruins. And that made me feel like I also want to do something to help the theatres, because I consider it it is my workplace, it is my second home in a way. So that's when I contacted the writers that I work with here in London, British writers, and I asked them if they wanted to donate their writing free of charge to support the cause, and they were all very happy to help. So once we had the texts, I contacted Josyane, who's one of the top theatre producers in Lebanon, and we got her on board, and then we got Lina, sorry, the director on board as well, who's also excellent. And then together we created Whispers, and then we went well, the idea was really to raise funds so all the ticket sales were going to go to rebuilding all the theaters that got destroyed in the blast. And yeah, that's how it started.
In fact, when Agatha contacted me, I was very reluctant at the beginning, because after the blast and all the destruction, so many of my friends were wounded or passed away, and all of them had their house destroyed. I really didn't feel the energy or had the energy to do this kind of event, because I was thinking, for what? I mean, here in Lebanon, whatever we do, we have to start all over again. We spend our time building to see what we have built destroyed. And then you think about Rudyard Kipling and you start again. So when I contacted Lina Abiad, the director, we spent a lot of time discussing the pros and cons of this kind of event. And then we decided to do it, because why not? I mean, we had nothing to do. We were really depressed. And good we did, because when I contacted all the actors, the top-notch actors of Lebanon, to participate in this event, they all responded yes, immediately. And it was a volunteer job. Nobody got paid. We all did it for free. the whole team, from director, producers, cameraman, movie director, everybody worked for free.
It is yeah, it is very it's inspirational to hear everybody just pulling together in such
it was
crisis
incredible.
to work.
The synergy we lived, the solidarity we felt, pulled us through this depression we were living. And as Lina Abiad said, we thought we were helping the theater, but in fact it's the theater that helped us.
Yeah, and it's very cathartic to be able to give back, right?
Yes, exactly. And it was wonderful. And we filmed the play because it's impossible here to take it live with all the electricity cuts and everything. And we streamed it on YouTube on the 7th of November, and we raised 70 million Lebanese pound. It sounds like a huge amount of money, but it's not, because of the inflation. It's a roaring inflation, soaring inflation. And we distributed the 70 millions to all the theater in Beirut that were destroyed. And now Agatha will tell you about the second part.
Exactly. So you've already done this experiment once. You did it in November, and now you're doing a second one where you're doing it on the 24th of April 2021. Agatha, tell us the date, time, and what it is that people can expect when they go to watch this.
Sure. So it's on the 24th, this Saturday, 7 p.m. UK time. And you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. If you go to our page on Instagram, the link is in the bio. And obviously it's a private link, so a link will be sent to you just before it starts, and it's only £12. So so that's what you need to know. And then the play, it's a drama comedy about, it touches on very important subjects, different subjects like political injustice, social injustice, women's ageism in the creative industry, women's rights, LGBTQ plus awareness, mental health during COVID. So yeah, quite a diverse themes. And yeah, it's really funny, but at the same time, it's quite moving. We've had people cry and laugh and even be scared for a bit. There's a bit that's a bit scary. So yes, I encourage you all to watch on Saturday. You will have a brilliant evening, guaranteed. And most importantly, all the money that we raised is going to go to a support fund to help the theatre community of Beirut to make theatre again. Because yes, we've rebuilt the theatres, but that's not quite enough, because they're going through such unprecedented hardships, considering the economic turmoil, the pandemic, of course, like everyone, and also the explosion. So yeah, this fund is gonna go to sponsor emerging plays and kind of help them get back into creating art, and not have to just give up and leave the industry or leave the country just to survive, you see.
No, that's fantastic.
Sorry, I have to say something. It's very important.
No, absolutely. Go for it.
It's important to mention that the play is subtitled in French and English, so it can talk to as many people as we can, because of course the play is in Arabic. The text of the British playwrights were adapted and translated. And now we have a subtitled version for everybody to understand what we are saying.
That's fantastic to clarify, in case anyone wasn't entirely sure what, how they would be able to consume the play. Can you give us a number of actors, actresses who are in the play as well, so that when we put this out there and we put the tags, we can put their names on it so that their fans and followers can know that, okay, this is on and something they can go and see?
Of course, yes. Do you want to go ahead, Josyane?
As you want. Do the men, I do the women.
Okay. Okay. So in the gentlemen, we've got, by order of appearance, Dori Al-Samarani, Sania Abdelbei, Bshara Atallah, and then Talal Al-Jardi, and then Georges Khabaz, who are all brilliant, highly acclaimed actors in the Middle East and globally.
And Ergugation also.
Oh yeah, and I go. And sorry, I forgot him because he only does a cameo appearance.
Yeah, don't forget him, because obviously he might not be too happy. You've mentioned everybody else
And
except for
he
him.
is our lighting designer also. So for the women, we have Bernadette Hudayb, we have myself, and then we have Agatha, we have Nada Abu Farhat, and Nadine Labaki. Nadine Labaki, who is also a famous movie director, and her movie Capernaum was nominated to the Oscars, I think 2 years ago, and she also won a special jury prize in Cannes. So it's a huge cast. It's a really remarkable cast, and they are all globally known, and especially in the Arab countries, they are superstars. So
That's heavyweight talent right there. That's excellent.
Yeah, Josyane, we both forgot two people.
Yes.
Badia Boushara and Rita Hayek.
Yes, of course.
Guys, we're not terrible producers. We just forgot because we usually say them by order of appearance and not by dividing men and women. But yeah, and also Rita Hayek and Talal Rajerde played the lead roles in Academy Award Oscar-nominated film The Insult. And yes, like you said, they are brilliant, just the dream cast. Brilliant, top-notch, and they were so giving with their effort and time, and they didn't get any financial gain. Obviously, they were just so committed for the cause, which was wonderful.
That is excellent.
Speaking as a producer, you can be forgiven considering the amount of stuff on your shoulders at the present moment in time. So like producing the play, making sure everything's going well, and trying to get it all out there. So do not feel badly for not also remembering every single person that's in your play.
Yeah. In a way, it's a good problem to have, right? It's a good problem to have, right? Because you've got so many amazing talent. I mean, in normal days, I would die to just have one of these names in my play, but hey, look at us. So I guess it's not too bad.
That's absolutely correct. And just so that everyone remembers exactly, it is going to be on the 24th of April 2021 at 7 p.m. If people need to get links to it, they can go to your Instagram page. Do you mind just saying your Instagram page again so that people can hear it and they can go to it?
Of course. The play's Instagram page is whispers.hamasat. That's whispers the way you would spell it normally. Hamasat, Hamasat. Or you can, I suppose you can visit my own Instagram as well, since you've got my name right there. It might be easier for you to spell. So it's Agatha Ezzedine on Instagram.
That's fantastic. We're going to link that to the show notes for this podcast. It's going out on Friday the 23rd, just so we can get as many people to go onto your website on the Saturday, so they can book tickets to be able
very quickly. If people have already made plans for Saturday and aren't able to actually see it on Saturday, are you going to do a repeat performance again in the future?
No, this is it. This is it. They can watch the play it will be online for 12 hours, and then it's over.
Right. So it's 12 hours. So people can actually come and watch it at a time that suits them. If they can't watch it at a time that it starts.
Yes, exactly, Producer Dave. That's the exact reason why we didn't make it only specific to 7 p.m. Because we know, the world's opening up and people have plans, and also we've got all viewers from around the world. So so you can watch it for 12 hours starting 7 p.m. UK time on Saturday. And the reason this is only going to be one show is, like I mentioned before, we don't want this to be a play that takes away from the theater experience of Beirut. We want this to be a one-time event that helps us raise as much funds as possible to rebuild the theater so that we can go to a real theater again.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
You're listening to Shoot the Breeze on Resonance 104.4 FM. I'm Marcus E. Acko.
I'm Producer Dave.
And we have been speaking with Agatha Ezzedine and Josyane Boulos, who are talking to us about their online theatre show, Whispers, which is going to be on exclusively for 12 hours on the 24th of April 2021. So go to the website that we're going to link in the show notes for this special podcast episode, so you can go and check it out. Agatha, Josyane, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Dave.
No, our pleasure.